Imagine getting offended because someone is wearing pimple patches on their face.
Why are we wearing pimple patches in public? We need to have a chat. A woman? I wouldn't even consider her a woman. She was probably like 4 years under the legal working age, but this tween, she had maybe 4 pimple patches on that were so bright. I think that is so unprofessional. There's already this narrative that Gen Zers don't want to work hard and are lazy and unprofessional, and I'm like, you're the reason why.
Imagine being threatened by a tween at that big age.
And welcome back to my channel. I am Selena. Today we will talk about the backlash that Miss Natalie has gotten, and then I'll share my opinion at the end. Grab a drink, grab a snack. You know what time it is. I have my peanut punch, Kroger, and you might be able to get this at Safeway. And I'm still drinking the sparkling water. My other video is probably uploaded by now, but yeah, it's the same day. And I'm still drinking my sparkling water. TikToker Natalie is going viral right now for her deleted video where she went off saying people who work in retail, people who are young, Gen Zers should not wear pimple patches. It's unprofessional. Check this out.
Why are we wearing pimple patches in public? We need to have a chat. Oh, you and me, we need to have a quick chit chat. Something just happened to me in the store, retail environment, where I walked into the store to make a couple of returns. A woman, I wouldn't even consider her a woman. She was probably like 4 years under the legal working age, but alas, this tween basically greeted me at the door. And she had maybe 4 pimple patches on that were so bright and so vivid. I guess they were the Starface ones, bright blue, bright pink, bright yellow. Maybe I'm a narc, like maybe this is a hot take, you tell me. But I think that is so unprofessional, and I was like, this Gen X girly is making us look bad. There's already this narrative that Gen Zers don't want to work hard and are lazy and unprofessional, and I'm like, you're the reason why. You're the reason why. I was that age and I was going into my first like jobs and internship. I had to look presentable. It's not just young people. Like I have seen so many people at the airport, at the grocery store, at Trader Joe's. I don't want to see you in your pimple patches. Like those are to be worn to bed and potentially at your apartment when you're working from home. Draws even more attention. Like just put a little concealer on or just rock it natural. If you know someone and you love them and they wear their pimple patches in public, stop, drop, and roll. Send them this video. We're gonna stop. We gotta stop doing it.
Now, before we get into this whole discussion, please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Since her video is deleted, I wonder how much more nonsense was spoken. But anyways, this is super crazy to me. The first thing that popped into my head was, well, what if someone has a band-aid and there's like Spider-Man on it? I don't know. I still wear band-aids or bandages that have cute little characters on them. Yes, I buy the skin tone kind, but you know, whatever's at the Dollar Tree. So is that unprofessional if I have a paper cut and I have a Blue's Clues bandage? I've never thought of that before. But what if instead of those pimple patches on someone's face, what if that was those single bandages or single band-aids? Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna put it right here. Isn't that the same thing? If you have a boo-boo, sorry. If you have a boo-boo or you have a pimple or something, you have a little sore, you have a little cut, obviously you want to take measures to take care of that. When people get bug bites, they do that little bug bite sucker thing right away. Does that look unprofessional, or do you want to stare at that? Let's say I have a nasty blistering pimple on my face, and so I maybe put some ointment on it. You want me to leave that out in the open when I'm checking out your groceries or whatever, or when I'm greeting you at the store? I think that's even worse. Number one, because you have to protect it. You don't want it to get infected. But number two, I don't want to look at that. So why would I want you to look at that?
If you're genuinely getting offended at people wearing pimple patches in public, oh my God, I think you might actually low-key be a bad person. Because God forbid people want to protect their skin. God forbid people utilize a literal basic form of healthcare so that they can still go to work and feel confident and feel presentable. Skincare is healthcare. Did we forget about that? Also, did we forget that shaming people for their acne was like, I don't know, 10 years ago? Like, bitch, who is you? And since this woman wants to tie this into professionalism, I'm pretty sure professionalism is based on someone's competence, someone's respect, and someone's work ethic. Now, I don't know much about your work ethic, but competence and respect, you don't have much of it. Nobody has perfect skin, and implying that natural body functions like acne are gross is very outdated and also stigmatizing. You just sound like an asshole. You are an asshole. People have the right to exist in public. People have the right to go to their jobs and still take care of their skin without having to cater to your irrational hang-ups about it. And yes, if you're wondering, she was a white woman. Ooh.
And this lady is saying, just take ownership. If you watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, let me know if you get that reference. Take ownership. Anyways, also too, she like wants you to have pride with having your acne or whatever concern you have on your face. But there's nothing wrong with a pimple patch.
Normally on this kind of video, I would just hit not interested because it honestly just reads as rage bait to me. But I think it's getting to me because I've dealt with acne pretty much my whole life. This is my skin clear at 23 years old. In 2022, this is what my skin looked like. Would you believe me if I told you that wasn't even the worst my skin's ever looked? When I was in high school in Trenton, I literally had pus coming out of my face in broad daylight. And there wasn't pimple patches popular back then. I think the craziest part about this is I literally can't get myself to a place mentally where I could sympathize with you on like caring about something like that. Like you literally care that a teenager is wearing stickers on their face to their minimum wage job because they have acne underneath it. I have a feeling you'd have a negative and ill reaction to the acne underneath the sticker. So this is why it's best to mind your business.
It's not like that lady greeting was like on her phone or something. Also too, just coming at someone who is younger than you, like there was no reason to say that.
Bold take from somebody whose entire personality could use a patch, because imagine being threatened by a hydrocolloid sticker. Better yet, imagine being threatened by a tween. At that big age. I've had zits less loud and less desperate than you, and at least pimples go away. You're just permanently irritating. But riddle me this, if pimple patches are so embarrassing, what's your excuse for posting this? P.S. On behalf of everybody you sadly tried to insult. Triple you.
A pharmacist responded to this video and I really like what he had to say. Check this out.
This is what we call a mean girl and probably someone who would have made fun of me and my friends in high school. But there's actually a reason why I recommend patients to be using pimple patches during the day. Hey, I'm Ethan, I'm a pharmacist and I work in the skincare industry. Let's go through it. By the way, I'm not going to be promoting any patches or anything. I'm just going to be explaining why they're used. So a lot of times dermatologists and even pharmacists in practice will recommend patients to put pimple patches on their pimples and acne so that they're not picking at it. Because though clinically there's really nothing in like studies or anything for them to be used, the main goal is to prevent someone from touching their face and making it worse. I think it's extremely rude to be judging someone based on their physical appearance that they cannot change. And they have to use those patches to hopefully make their acne better. This is just a PSA to anyone who's going to be making a video on any form of social media, is you should probably think about what you're going to say before you post it and think, is this actually going to be offensive to anyone when I post this?
When you were a tween, did you have a lot of acne? I did, and it was especially in this area. If pimple patches were developed and popular around that time, I would totally do that. I have actually done that with my last job. I was like 25 or so, and I would have a pimple patch and it would be more skin tone. Granted, it wasn't the neon color or the star-shaped ones, but those didn't exist back then. Who knows? I might have had that, but also, what's the issue? I feel like you could also compare it to holidays. When it's holiday season, Christmas, a lot of retail workers maybe put reindeer ears on. And like we do that in the primary care. And so is that unprofessional too? Is it unprofessional if someone does their makeup and one of the products that they use has a little bit of glitter and they're in retail? I feel like she added so many details that weren't necessary. This girl was a tween or whatever. She had 4 pimple patches and they were neon colored. Okay, maybe she has 4 pimples. I mean, would you rather want to see 4 pimples or 4 bandages? Either way, who cares? That's that lady's business, in my opinion. What do you guys think about this? I mean, do you think pimple patches are not professional? Do you feel like it doesn't matter? I was kind of shocked to see that because that lady was really heated over someone younger than her wearing pimple patches. Is it that big of a deal? And again, uploading that video was a choice. This lady filmed that. Maybe she edited it. Maybe she put a filter on it. She put a caption and then she uploaded it to TikTok. Like that doctor said, we really need to think about what we post before we post it. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect every single time, but at least with something that you're even questioning is a hot take, yeah, I would think twice about that. But anyways, y'all, was this stupid or not? You let me know. Again, I love hearing what you have to say. Even if you don't agree with me, let me know in the comment section down below. We are a community here, so I just like hearing from you. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. If you don't, I just appreciate you being here, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!